we did not reveal the Quran to you to cause you distress. The purpose of this Quran was not to cause you distress, was not to cause you deprivation, was not to cause you anxiety. The Quran was sent down as a gift. Now, it was sent down as a gift, but it is still heavy. Inna sanulqi alayka qawlan thaqila. It's a heavy word, but at the same time, it is actually coming down to remove a greater burden from you, not to place a burden upon you for the sake of placing a burden upon you. That the Quran gives us life, it gives us relief, it gives us ease. Yes, even with its prohibitions and commands, the Quran brings us life and ease. And the Quran removes from you the burden of living in this world without purpose, and it removes from you the greater burden of punishment in the hereafter. So the Quran is not a burden. The Quran has come to relieve you of a burden. Likewise, when you think about siyam, when you think about fasting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not giving us this exercise in some pointless fashion, just to cause us to be thirsty, to be dehydrated, to be hungry, to be miserable. Allah Azza wa Jalla is not giving us this exercise of fasting to be miserable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us this exercise in its very legislation to gift us something in the midst of that deprivation, to gift us the food of the soul as we take a break from the food of the body, to allow us to tap into deeper parts of ourselves so that we're not just focused on the surface level of ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a gift in that deprivation as a whole. And in that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making it a point to say that with the legislation of fasting, kutiba alaykum al-siyam, it was written upon you, that there are concessions that were given with that fasting, and in that is a part of the intention of the lawgiver to not give you undue distress, to not give you an undue burden. Meaning, if the point of fasting is defeated by a person, for example, furthering themselves in an illness or putting themselves through a hardship that pushes the physical bounds beyond what is normal and ordinary, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you a concession, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that you take His concessions the same way that He loves that you take the matters of great determination, because Allah Azza wa Jal is giving this to you to bring you closer to Him.